Oh, don't think you're supposed to do that. So we're here to talk about rule changes. Rule change is a massive part of Formula One, and it has been through the decades. And 2026 is actually probably the biggest rule change we've ever had, because we have an aerodynamic rule change and we have a power unit rule change. So the engine itself and the hybrid system is going to change. There's many reasons for the changes. One, technology is always moving on, so we're always trying to stay on top of that and progressing and pushing technologies. Two, keep the racing interesting, keep it exciting, make sure that these cars can follow each other closely and we get really good fighting out on track, because that's what we love, right? We love a good race. And also another reason is just pushing the teams. I love seeing technology changing and how the teams adapt to those new rule changes and how quickly they get on top of those rule changes. And this one is specifically difficult for the actual drivers. It's a good thing about being tall. Oh yes! Don't drop it. Oh, don't think you're supposed to do that. Kind of feels pretty natural. So reg change is always really exciting for the driver because you're experiencing something very different. Yeah, it might not look that different to the previous year's F1 cars. It's still got wings and slick tires, but the feeling is always exciting. You know, you're going to get into something new. Have my team done a good job and put me in a good place to fight for a world championship? I've been through quite a few rule changes. One was in 2006 when we went from the V10 to the V8 engines. But the biggest one was when we went to the hybrid era from the V8 to the V6 in 2014. And trying to see the team get on top of all that technology was fun. But for me as a driver, just getting out on track and really feeling what you've got for that season and for that next few years in the sport. So it can feel a bit alien with the rule change, especially when we went from the V8s to the V6s, because the engine noise is very different and trying to understand what the car is doing is a lot more tricky. But you've got to compare yourself to the other guys and the other teams. And to be fair, if you're fighting at the front for wins, you don't really care how it feels because you're winning. So that's obviously the aim for Williams next year in F1.